Have you ever read a passage in the Bible that just didn't sit right with you? One of the most challenging is in Deuteronomy, where it seems to command the complete destruction of several nations. It's a passage that, on the surface, feels incredibly harsh and violent. But what if its true meaning has nothing to do with people being destroyed and everything to do with patterns being dissolved? What if we read Scripture not as external history, but as an inner map for the human soul? When we do this, the entire story shifts. In the ancient worldview, names weren't just labels, they described inner functions. Israel itself wasn't just a political nation. The name means one who wrestles with God and emerges ordered. It represents a state of being, a mind that's learning to align with a higher truth, becoming integrated and conscious. And the land to be inherited. It's not physical territory. It's a state of inner stability, rest, and peace. But you can't occupy this inner land of rest while competing forces are still running the show. This is where those nations come in. They aren't ethnic groups. They represent conditions of the psyche that prevent us from becoming whole. Let's break them down. The Hittites symbolize fear and terror, the kind that freezes you in place and stops you from moving forward. The Amorites represent our inflated ego, constant self-justification, boasting, and big talk. That's all smoke and mirrors. The Canaanites embody materialism and the constant chase for gain, trading away deeper meaning for temporary rewards. Then there are the Perizzites, which signify a lack of inner boundaries and self-discipline. The Hivites reflect our impulsive appetites and unregulated desires, the constant need for more, right now. And finally, the Jebusites symbolize the tendency to trample on what is sacred within us, ignoring our intuition and inner signals. These different inner states simply cannot coexist with a mind that is seeking coherence and peace. You can't be both fearful and stable at the same time. You can't be ruled by ego and also be genuinely aligned with truth. Opposing states can't occupy the same inner space. This is why the command is to leave nothing alive that breathes. This isn't about physical violence, it's about attention. In biblical language, breath is life force, or root. Whatever you give your attention to, you give life to. Fear survives only when you entertain it. The ego grows only when you justify it. Unregulated desire gets stronger every time you negotiate with it. The uncompromising tone of the passage isn't about a lack of mercy. It's about the reality that partial freedom isn't freedom at all. A mind can't find true rest while it's still fragmented, pulled in different directions by these competing drives. Interestingly, the number of nations listed points to unfinished inner work, not completion. True rest only arrives after full integration. So, what does this mean for us today? The application is incredibly practical. We are all called to be guardians of our own inner landscape. The first step is learning to recognize these patterns, the inner Hittite of fear, the inner Amorite of egoas. They arise within us, and the instruction isn't to analyze them endlessly or try to make peace with them. The command is to withdraw your attention from them immediately. Cut off their breath, refuse to identify with them, feed them with your thoughts, or build stories around them. This isn't about self-condemnation. It's about calm, decisive action. Because only when these inner occupiers fall silent can your mind become a place where clarity, guidance, and true peace can finally dwell. The promised land is entered not by force against others, but by the quiet mastery of the self. This passage isn't a call to destruction. It's a profound invitation to create inner order. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, please like and subscribe for more.